High drive, left center field, going back is Bradley, it's gone! A walk-off home run for Joe Mauer!
Welcome back to the Ball Players Guide, everybody, your guide to everything baseball. We're about to record a totally different episode, but we just got breaking news that Fernando Tatis Jr. signed a 14-year, $340 million extension. I totally called this because earlier today I ordered a Fernando Tatis Jr. jersey from a website that is a little interesting for about $30.
It's not known as MLB.com/shop. We'll just put it that way.
It's not MLB.com/shop. It's also not Padres.com. So
yeah. Is it a Japan web, like a Japanese website?
It is from somewhere in Asia.
Just all right.
So I probably called this. We also have a special guest. Autumn is here with us today. Autumn's here to help break us the news. She's a very sleepy kitty right now. She was just biting my ankles 20 minutes ago. So I'm very happy for this change. Joe, first thoughts on Tatis?
It's huge for them moving forward. He is obviously the main face of their franchise, and now they have him for 14 more years, I guess. And I'm sure there'll probably be a no trade, but I can also see there being opt-outs since it's 14 years. But I think he could have got paid more because but
you have to put into account that they're basically buying out his arbitration years.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm sure it's probably backloaded. That's my guess.
I'm sure he's not gonna. Yeah, I would say that he's not gonna get a lot of money in those first 4 or 5 years or whatever.
So that's on average about $24 million a year. Did I do that math right?
Yep.
So I mean, it's not like it's small money.
No.
And yeah, I'm sure it's got incentives and it's backloaded. I'm sure that there's no trades up until like year 8 or 10 or something like that. And I mean, arguably, he is the face of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
He's the cover of the show. He's flashy. He's got the new era of baseball. He's everything that we need baseball to be right now. So this is amazing.
No more unwritten rules. We're gonna swing on 3-0 if we want to.
I love that.
Yeah. That whole situation pissed me off because his own manager didn't even defend him right away.
Yeah,
which is stupid.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Tatis Jr. hit a home run on a 3-0 count, and while they were up by like 6 or 7 runs.
Yeah.
And the other team got mad. Like his teammates were talking to him about it. Like, you can't do that. And he was just like, they're talking to him on the bench, and he was just like, "This is BS. Why?
Yeah.
Let me play the game. Like, I'm having fun." And his own manager didn't back him up, who used to be a coach for the team that they were playing against. If you want a really good breakdown and like analysis of this, John Boy has one about it, which is really good. So go watch that. But he got paid, and good for him.
I just want to know where the Padres are getting all this cash. You got Hosmer, Machado, now him. Darvish isn't exactly cheap.
Let's see here. So Machado's making about $30 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Darvish is making about 23. Hosmer 20. Myers 22.
What's their
11?
What's their total payroll for this year, Ryan?
Before this contract, which I don't know if it'll go into effect this year or the year after, $172 million. So then if you factor in about $24 million for Tatis, if it's this year, it might be I don't know how it'll all work. That'd be like 196-ish million, still under the luxury tax.
It's still $60 million less than Dodgers.
I mean, wow.
Right. So
this was when that needed to happen. No.
Yeah. So Tatis last year uh, 6-game season, 17 home runs, 45 RBIs, 277 batting average, 366 on base percentage, 937 OPS, 155 OPS plus. Pretty similar in 2019, and it just seems to me that he's going to continue this for a long time because he's going to hit for average. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And not only like all that, but what he brings on defense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is 6'3", 185. So he's tall, lanky, kind of like the Correa build. He had a 3.1 defensive WAR. Am I seeing that correctly? Defensive.
I can't. I'm not very.
He had a positive.
I'm not very good at.
Yeah. In the Fangraphs, which is really, really good for your star shortstop. Offense, he rakes, obviously.
And not only the fact that he's a good baseball player, but also, like we said earlier, like just like the swag that he brings and the style that he plays is just huge for that team.
I think this could really be a big boost for the Padres this year, like morale-wise, like just like, oh, we're going, like we got our guy.
And your guy is going to be there for the next 14 years or whatever it is.
And so it shows like the ownership is committed, like we're in this, let's go. And I think that can make the next 10 to 15 years really interesting between the Dodgers and the Padres. Because the Dodgers show the same thing, like they are in it and they're going to spend money. Now the Padres are doing it too. It's going to be really fun to watch.
And then that always brings me back to like how bad the NL Central is. Like, like you have probably, honestly, might be the two best teams in baseball at this point in the NL West. And then you just have, well, it's the NL Central and I guess the AL Central has a couple good teams, but
I think it's Dodgers, Padres, and then a little bit further down it's the Mets, and you can maybe slot
the Braves
into this category with like
I like the Braves better than the Mets this year.
I forgot about the Braves.
I still think the Braves are winning the division.
I still think Dodgers, Padres are the clear.
I agree. I agree with that.
It's gonna be a fun year of baseball.
But think about one of those two is gonna have to be in a wild card game, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, or not probably, like basically guaranteed.
Imagine a 95 win team in the wild card game against like an 87 win Oakland A's or Tampa Bay Rays, like just insane. And they get eliminated. Oof. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I guess. Do you guys have anything else about Tatis? Like we got that information, so we needed to talk about it because that's amazing for baseball.
Well, Passan officially tweeted it, so I officially believe it.
I saw
14 years, 340 million, like we said.
Yeah, as soon as Passan or Rosenthal tweeted, I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Rosenthal was he retweeted somebody else's is how I first saw it.
I still trust that.
Ryan, have you seen like the stuff on Twitter from Big Baby David where it's like whoever gets it first for the reporters, like they're gonna start like a doc? Because you know how that like in journalism nowadays, like it's become a competition to see who reports the news first.
Yeah.
So basically, so at the beginning of the articles, it's like, this was first reported by this. The contract deals were first reported by this deal. The first news of this broke on Twitter by this guy or whatever. And it's just like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Joel Sherman just tweeted out that the Padres are now the first team to have two $300+ million contracts on their team because the Stanton one doesn't count because he signed it when he was with the Marlins. So they're the first team to actually sign two people with $300+ million deals.
Wow. And didn't the Marlins eat some of Stanton's money?
Probably. I'm sure they had to, yeah. But because the Yankees have Cole and Stanton, but Stanton's was with the Marlins.
Right. So they got Machado and now Tatis.
Mhm.
Well, think about that that left side of the infield for quite a few years to come here.
I also saw this craziest thing about Tatis signing a 14-year deal. He'll be 35 years old when it's done. So you could still get a couple of decent years out of him when that deal is over. Wow.
I'm glad it happened though. Padres for sure needed to do it. And I'm sure he was more than happy to. So
A 22-year-old getting 24 million a year. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm 24. I'll take 20 million a year. I'll be okay. That's nuts. All right, trivia time. Logan, do you happen to find a trivia question?
Yep. Yeah. You guys can. I don't know whether I think this is easy, but at the same time, I don't know. So just shout it out as quick as you can get it. Which 2006 Padres pitcher began his career as a shortstop in their farm system? Well known.
2000. So he was a pitcher in 2006.
Yes.
but he started as a shortstop or moved to shortstop.
No, he started as a shortstop in the farm system and was a pitcher.
All right, the only one I can think about is Jake Peavy.
No, well, not a starter.
Oh, okay, I got it. Trevor Hoffman.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my first. That's who I thought of, but I didn't think 2006. Is that when he started playing for the Padres?
I think that's when he came up.
I don't know I just saw the trivia question here.
No, Hoffman was playing way before 2006.
Yeah, no, he started. His debut was in 1993, but 2006 was, I guess, a year that he played for the Padres. I don't know why the trivia question specified 2006, but
Who did he play for before the Padres?
debuted with the Marlins
As a pitcher, or shortstop.
as a pitcher, but quickly I think must have been traded to the Padres either that year or the year after, and then he was with the Padres for forever, and then with the Brewers for 2 years.
First one that came to my head was Joe Nathan, but he came up as a shortstop, I think, or he signed as a shortstop with the Giants. So that's immediately who I thought of. But
Yeah. Adam, do you have any input? No. All right. Well, that is Tatis. Anything else for you guys from you guys?
no.
No.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next one.